to take it out.
But you saw it.
2 reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, no, or this just in respect to Triple G.
Yeah.
It's too warm.
Yeah. But that's what is that like his first Jordan brand right there?
That's it. This
Yeah.
is, I mean, this is worth a huge amount of
Oh
money.
yeah.
Huge.
Oh yeah. Ah, Garcia poker.
This is really worth some money.
Oh, I know. That's kind of rare. Shout out to Sam Garcia and Max and Kathy.
Yeah.
And Ruben Villa the fourth. And whoever else they're training. I know they've got other fighters.
Jose Celaya.
Yeah. Good morning, Jacob. All right, Coach. Well, you did watch the fight. I watched the fight with you.
Yeah.
On a giant screen TV out in the Marina Del Rey. Beautiful time with friends and good people. And we thought we saw a fight that was neck and neck from start to finish, didn't we?
It was really good. So the rumor was that Triple G was a little under the weather.
Yeah.
And he sort of looked like that. His energy looked like that. And I believe that.
Jacob says Triple G looked like a battered fighter. I keep hearing this, but I felt like Derevyachenko looked more battered at the end of 12 rounds of Triple G, but everyone's kind of fixated on Triple G. But
think Triple G got hit that much.
I didn't either. I thought he blocked a lot of shots with his gloves.
I think Triple G should bring his training camp down to the
sea level. A lot of people say that.
You know, the guy.
What's up, Martin?
The guy whose fighters walked in as they walked up into the ring, hit their peak.
Amilcar Brusa.
You got it.
The late great trainer from Argentina, the man behind the myth, the monster, the man Carlos Monzon.
And where did his fighters run?
I don't know where.
Hollywood.
Oh, Hollywood. Yeah. Jacob, my score was like those 2 scores for Triple G, 115, 112, which means I had it 7 rounds to 5 for Gennady Golovkin. I could totally see 7 rounds to 5 for Derevyachenko, in which case your scorecard would be like Chris Mannix's or Dan Raphael's, which would be 114, 113 for Derevyachenko.
But, you know, that fight could have gone, I could see it going either way.
Yeah, somebody said 114, 113 Triple G, and that's also a fair score, which means he had it a draw, 6 rounds apiece, and the difference was the knockdown. I can totally see that. Rematch coming? You think there's going to be a rematch, Coach? Yeah.
I think that's a really good fight, but I don't know how commercial that is.
Yeah.
I don't know how it sells.
Derevyachenko doesn't move the needle, but I think he earned a lot of fans now.
He earned me.
Right.
I was really impressed with him, with his whole crew. They had a huge amount of confidence going in.
I was more than impressed. I was surprised. He is lighter on his feet than I'd ever seen him, and that I knew he was possible of doing. His hands were a bit quicker. Nice quick 1-2. I like the volume. The body attack, I knew he had the body attack, but the angles in close and his footwork was better than I thought.
And I mean, he had everything to it. He didn't get discouraged at all, not once.
Yeah.
After 2 rounds, it looked like it was over.
Boogeyman says Charlo, Derevyachenko, Triple G, Andrade. I would welcome those fights. I would welcome any combination of those 4.
Charlo and Triple G.
Brandon, the rumor is that Triple G was sick coming into fight week, but Triple G has not confirmed that, and he probably won't.
No, he won't because he got too much style.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that I saw where Jonathan Banks got knocked.
People were ripping Banks. Everybody rips on the trainer if the guy doesn't look 100%. You know, doesn't look like $1 million. Or in the case of Golovkin, $15 million. But you know, I don't think it matters who trains him at this stage, to be quite honest. Yeah.
No, yeah. I thought Jonathan. Someone knocked him for being not that good in the corner. During the round.
He's a laid back presence. I mean, you know, different trainers they have different strengths.
I mean, Jonathan Banks comes out the star of this whole thing. This guy. I mean, I like Abel Sanchez a lot.
Yeah.
But I really, that change, I thought, even though you couldn't see too much difference, you know, you got to shuffle the deck once in a while. And speaking of shuffling the deck,
yeah.
You know who was famous for that?
Who?
And it's his birthday today, Don Familton.
Oh, is that something that Don Familton would say a lot, shuffle the deck?
And it's also JP's birthday today.
Oh, get out of here. All right, happy birthday, JP. And, of course, happy birthday to the late, great Don Familton. Wow.
Yeah, so that was the fight. I really enjoyed the fight. It was really good. They both dug down deep. But Derevyachenko,
Oh, somebody says, this guy Martin says he heard that in camp Triple G barely sparred 2.5 weeks before the fight. Hand injury. Hand injury, really? Well, I thought he was. I actually thought he landed the harder punches, which is why I edged it for him. That's why he had a slight edge in those rounds on my unofficial tally, because I thought he was very accurate. I also thought he blocked a lot of shots, with his gloves, a lot of headshots, not body shots, but headshots.
I thought he did get hurt with that body shot.
And I thought that I liked his jab and just the power shots from the outside. Dougie, does DAZN do a 24/7 like HBO did? Yeah, they have something like that. I don't know what they call it, but they do pre-shows and stuff like that. Yeah, they have a bunch of them. There's a name for them. I can't remember what they're called, but
DAZN is excellent. I thought the commentators are really good.
Yeah, you favor the DAZN broadcast booth in production to ESPN Plus. Oh yeah, wow. And that's high praise.
No, I think they're really good. Sergio is really good and is getting better every single
Yes, he is. I think he's actually coming to his own. And he was always good, in my opinion.
I know a lot of people don't like him because of Boston, but I like him. I think
it's a special personality that comes out of that region of the country.
But I see
he's good.
He's a real pro.
Yeah, he's very sharp.
Yeah, he's really good. So it was a great night. A lot of anticipation.
Somebody says DAZN was slobbering all over Derevyachenko. You know what? They were. They did like him. They did. It's like they had an affinity for the underdog. Definitely, you could tell. You could tell. I didn't let it sway me though. I saw what I saw, and I didn't see like if you were blind and you were just listening to Sergio Mora and Chris Mannix, you would think that literally that Triple G wasn't doing anything. He was just taking an ass whipping round after round. But the fact of the matter is, it was two-way ass kicking. It was a very even fight, and it was neck and I had it like even up after every few rounds. I had even after 4, even after 8, even after 10. You know what I mean? And I thought Triple G just pulled out the last 2 rounds to win it.
It was sort of like a 50s fight to me.
Yeah. Martin says that sort of commentary sways judgment. And yes, I agree with you, Coach. It was like a 50s fight. It had like a Carmen Basilio, Tony DeMarco feel to it, right? And the way they look, too. The way they punch, the way their ring generalship. That it did. It reminded me of a 40s, 50s fight.
The way the guys' bodies looked.
Yes. Well, especially Derevyachenko's. He's got that build. Like, he's short, compact, but he is a real middleweight.
No, but I really like him. I really like him a lot. And I didn't know anything about him really before.
He showed me a lot. And I already believed in him. I already thought he was a handful for any middleweight out there. But he showed me he's better than a technical pressure fighter.
But can he get to that mental state again?
Yeah.
I mean, he was
that was a punishing fight. It was a punishing fight.
Anyway,
we'll see if he can.
Really good. So, what about...
you want to take the... Oh, hold on. Derevyachenko, top 5 middleweight, no doubt. I agree. Yeah, I think he's going to move into Ring Magazine's top 5. I think he was number 6 coming into this fight.
What about him and Canelo?
That's a hell of a fight. I would favor Canelo. But he would be hard. He's tough. He's a tough out for Canelo because he's tough and he's busier. He works 3 minutes of a round. Triple G jab didn't seem to be as effective. Brandon Ray, I disagree with that. I thought his jab was very effective. It wasn't piston-like. It wasn't constant, but I thought it was a pretty good jab.
I think,
and it was a power jab. It was a shotgun jab, and he was able to pierce that guard consistently, I thought.
No, I think Triple G was the
secret trivia right there, folks.
Yeah. I think Triple G was...
Look at these guys. Look at these monsters out here. Staying in shape.
I think Triple G was positively under the weather.
Yeah. He wasn't 100%, but even at 100%, Derevyachenko would have been a handful.
How many guys would have the style not to say one
right.
word
Most people have to say something. Yeah.
They have to.
Yeah.
Whether it's their birthday.
Yeah, it hurt to see the New York crowd boo him though. That hurt me. Yeah, that hurt me. That hurt. Josie's in her own world.
That's good.
Huh?
Josephine. Why do you have the thing like buttoned up all the way to the top? Like,
because I'm a chola.
Are you a chola now?
No.
Yeah. We'll see what the cholas at your high school say about that.
No, it was a joke. I saw my friends picture and I said, "Be words worth than a winter."
Yep. What do you make of Triple G still training at altitude and trainer Banks' criticism? I don't think Banks deserves criticism. I do think Triple G should consider moving his camp off of Big Bear. I think he should give that a try. There's a lot of scientific evidence that says that training at altitude year after year after year kind of wears you out, wears you down, does something to your blood. Yeah, does
That's
something.
Freddie Roach.
Yeah. All right.
Emil Bruce.
Oh, well, Bruce is the best.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna stop singing his music. All right, folks.
Okay, here. What are you wearing?
This is Big Bear. This is Summit Triple G gear. Abel Sanchez handed me this himself, I think, before the Daniel Gill fight, which I think was his first fight in the big room, and then the blood spattered. And it was. Yeah. He spilled some blood, and he had some of his blood spilt last night. What was it?
You think that's an accurate photo?
An accurate photo?
I mean, do you think that's really, it wasn't touched up a little bit?
It was touched up a little.
Totally.
I wonder if this is a popular shirt, though.
Oh, this some guy sort of check your contacts on Triple G being under the weather. But I did hear about his hand. But he didn't look like that. I mean,
yeah.
But he just looked sluggish before the fight too.
Sluggish, yeah. The energy wasn't quite, the intensity wasn't quite there. I thought he was fighting a really economical fight. Like he was pacing himself deliberately with the assumption that Derevyachenko would fade over the second half. I think so, and that didn't happen.
No,
although I thought Triple G closed stronger than Derevyachenko, but he worked so hard. He tried so hard.
No, Triple G won it in the last two rounds.
Exactly. That's my scorecard.
We gotta. Let's see. Okay. Let's come back over here a little bit. So anyway, Dougie, last week was crazy. You're so smart. I mean,
was that nicknames? How did I not get Jewish Bomber though? How did I not get Mike Rossman? I knew that. That's so frustrating.
Hey, so someone asked, how long for Sergio's cuts to heal?
A long time. That was a nasty cut. By the way, shout out to his cut man.
I know.
Is that Mike Basil?
I don't know.
They did a good job. Wow. And then you saw at the end of the fight, both eyes were practically closed.
The other's closed.
But they kept them open during the fight.
Yeah.
I mean, what a corner. I mean, Andre Rozier, to me, he's elite. I don't care about the win-loss record. I don't care that his fighters have lost Triple G or other fighter, whatever. He is good.
He's very good.
And he's evolved Derevyachenko from this hard-nosed technician, amateur standout into a real pro. And we saw it last night. I mean, there's no denying.
Okay, so are you ready for some more nicknames?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I would have teased that in the title if I knew we were doing nicknames.
Oh, someone wants me to ask you about Manuel Char versus Frez Aquinda.
That's going to be fight of the year. Yeah. I can't wait to be there ringside.
And you won't be able to get it.
And I'm not just going to write an advanced article or even a series of articles on it. I'm going to pin a book. I'm going to pin a book on it. There's going to be a photo essay, coffee table book published by Tashin. And I'm also going to pin a novel based on that fight when it happens.
And you won't be able to get in because it's going to be sold out.
Yeah, I know. No,
you won't be able to get a ticket.
I'm trying to get on the broadcast.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the first nickname. It's so easy, but
I don't know. Mike Rossman should have been easy for me. And I had to come up with Boston.
Okay, I'll put.
But I'm glad I did because then we went on a tangent that included Eddie Pace and Eddie Jones. So those names just had to be thrown out there because no one cares and no one knows, and that's why.
And what was Eddie Pace's first nickname?
I know he had another nickname.
Yeah, he started out with a different way. He changed it. Yeah, Babyface.
Babyface. That doesn't last.
Eddie Babyface Pace, who was so good.
Yeah.
That guy. Okay, butter.
Butterbean?
It's butter in English.
Oh, Jose Napoles.
Yeah, you got it.
Kia.
Yeah, Monaco.
Just recently passed away.
Now here's a guy that Don Hamilton's dad trained.
Really?
Yeah. He also was in a fight where the guy quit broadcasting fighting.
You talking about Tex Cobb?
No.
Randall Tex Cobb?
No, that wasn't a fight.
Isn't that the one that that made Howard Cosell?
Oh,
Tex
maybe.
Cobb versus
oh,
Larry
right. Yeah.
Holmes?
No.
Hey, Cosell said, I'm done with boxing?
I blew that. Okay, but his dad did train this guy.
Okay.
Okay. Chuck Wepner.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
the Bayonne bleeder.
You got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got.
You know that guy, the Liev Schreiber,
Yeah.
the narrator's voice for those HBO 24/7s?
Yeah.
And he has a show on Showtime called Ray Donovan. You know he did a movie on Chuck Wepner? Pretty decent.
Oh, here's someone was asking what you thought about Harvey Dog last night with the headbutt situation.
I was sitting there right next to you watching the fight, Coach. I had no problem with Doc's.
I thought he did a great job.
I thought he did a solid job.
And I guess
there's some controversy about whether or not the cut was produced by a headbutt, in the second round by a headbutt or a punch. And maybe Doc missed something.
Here's one. Enos is the truth.
Huh?
Enos is the truth.
Enos. Oh, Ennis, yeah. Jerron Boots Ennis.
Yeah.
Boots Ennis, yeah.
He won.
Hey, he's a welterweight. Welterweight's so exciting with these young guys. You got Boots Ennis. You got Virgil Ortiz Jr. You got our man Blair the Flair.
Wow.
Woo! You got this guy who's gonna fight on a Thompson boxing card. He headlines Thompson Boxing's next show, October 18. His name is Angel Ruiz. Wow.
Yeah, I saw him. That guy's good.
He is a sensational talent.
Yeah.
And he's great on camera too. And once he learns English, forget about it.
Where's he from?
Tijuana.
Oh yeah.
He's a way better talent than Jaime Munguia. Amazing. He's a southpaw, and he's got speed. Everybody, speed and power.
Let's see, I'm trying to read this. Yeah, here it said the video showed clearly it was a punch. Okay, here's one. What did you think about Sabaya last night?
I missed Brian Sabaya.
I watched it.
Yeah, what did you think?
He didn't look that good. I mean, he won.
Right.
I didn't think he looked that good to me.
Okay.
I thought he regressed it. He looked better in the fight before.
Right.
I mean, he was just out there throwing punches. It seemed
well, what was missing? What did he do last time you saw him? What didn't he do last time?
I felt he was over anxious.
Okay.
I felt his technique wasn't as good. I thought he was going out there just to get the knockout, which I don't like too much.
Right.
And but the kid's a classy kid.
Yes.
Definitely has got.
He did a great job on these periscopes.
Yeah.
When I was
no, but he's a good kid, and I do feel that he can go someplace. Thoughts on?
Well, there's more pressure on him now because his last performance, everyone wow, they took notice, and now they're looking at him going into this fight.
So he's got the pressure.
Some performance anxiety.
Right.
You want to please everybody.
Yeah. You know the story on his manager, who does it by the numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's been very successful.
I think the same guy manages Branchik, who fought and won last night by knockout. I like Branchik. I like watching him. He's a brute.
Yeah.
It's not smooth and fluid in there,
Okay,
here's not poetry in motion.
Okay, I'm going to give you this. Who's Double M?
That would be Michael Moorer.
You got it.
Former WBO light heavyweight title holder and former heavyweight champ.
Okay.
A couple titles at heavyweight.
Okay, who's the fighting cowboy?
James Hughes.
James something.
James. There was this dude named James Hughes who died.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
He was a welterweight, French contender, fighting cowboy. I guess there's probably been more than one or two.
Well, I should have given his name first.
What?
But so you did it the opposite way around. But anyway, his name's James, heavyweight.
Oh, Quick Tillis.
You got it.
He had two nicknames. It was Quick. But he was also a cowboy. Yeah, that's true. He was from Oklahoma. James Tillis.
Okay, here's a guy with.
Gave a young Mike Tyson a tough
Okay,
fight.
here's a guy with 2 nicknames.
Yeah.
I'll give you his first real name. See if he was a heavyweight.
Uh-huh.
He had 2 nicknames.
Yeah.
Lance.
Oh, yeah. So Lance Whitaker, right? Goosen developed him, did a good job with him.
Yeah.
There was Mount Whitaker,
Yeah.
and then there was Goofy.
Yeah.
Which
You
I
got
didn't
it. Yeah.
quite like. Goofy Whitaker. Yeah, he was good for a minute.
Hey, you're good at these nicknames.
Yeah.
Real good. Wow. Okay, here's the guy. This is one of my favorite guys.
Yeah.
Louis Monaco. Do you remember him?
Oh, yeah, the
Was he-
weightlifter
Yeah.
with the braids.
Was he great?
Yeah, but I didn't.
Okay,
did
so
he have a nickname?
yeah.
Darn, man. Louis
Uh
Monaco.
oh, Dougie.
He had that no contest against Buster Douglas, man. He knocked him out, but like right after the bell.
Yeah, and who else did he fight?
Fought everybody. Fought a lot of guys. He's a journey.
Name some guys he fought.
I don't remember.
You want me to name some?
I don't know. Did he fight Jeremy Williams?
Yeah, twice.
Twice? I'm sure Jeremy beat him. Hey, what's Jeremy Williams' nickname?
He came over to watch the fights one night.
I believe it, yeah.
I can't. He was good. I love that kid.
Very talented.
What was his
I
name?
think it was half man, half amazing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like one of these guys back, a basketball player. Half man, half amazing.
And
I think he had another one too. He was
he was with Goosen too.
Was he?
I think so.
I think you're right.
I think he was.
Yeah. So what was Monaco? Louis Monaco's nickname?
The
it's gonna drive me crazy, man.
facelifter.
The facelifter. That's pretty good.
Hey, but he was pretty good
He
actually.
he was.
I mean, he fought Vitaly Klitschko,
Jeez.
Michael Grant, Trevor Burbick, Kevin McBride,
Wow.
Michael Dokes, Lamont Brewster.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember the Brewster fight. Yeah, I was at the Brewster fight, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Was that in Atlantic City?
I don't know.
Summer of 1998.
He fought
I was
also.
there.
He fought Butterbean.
Yeah.
He fought Peter McNally.
Yeah.
And see,
Hey, didn't Butterbean beat him?
yeah, he knocked him out.
Wow.
But with the
He
Peter
truly was the king of the 4-rounders.
So what happened with Peter McNeely?
Yeah.
He after he got knocked out by Tyson,
Yeah.
he had 5 wins. So
Yeah.
they were going to build him up.
Yeah.
So they bring in Monaco as just an easy guy, and Monaco beats him.
Yeah. McNeely was not very good.
Okay, so he also fought Ernie Shavers.
Jeez.
Okay, so the other day on Twitter, someone put the Ernie Shavers Quarry
I
one-round
didn't see
knockout
that.
fight,
Yeah.
and it was really good. But
Yeah.
when I bet so heavily and went to New York to beat the odds and bet on Jerry Quarry against Joe Frazier for their second fight, it was based on that fight when he knocked out Shavers. And I'm looking at it, all it was a slugfest. Whoever got hit first, you know. So
He gambled and won.
yeah,
Yeah. He rolled the dice with
Yeah.
a shootout.
Yeah.
And won. Yeah.
and then that
Which
fight.
is fun.
When he fought Joe Frazier for the second time, after 1 second, you knew who's going to win that
Yeah.
fight. So, okay, so Ernie Shavers, that was only the second time he ever got knocked out when he got knocked out by Jerry Quarry.
Really?
Yeah. Who was the other guy that knocked him out?
They knocked out Shavers?
Yeah, and that was on May 11th, 1970.
Wow, that early, huh?
Yeah, because the Quarry fight was 73. So this was 1970.
So somebody had knocked out Quarry, knocked out
Yeah.
Shavers before
Yeah.
Quarry got to him.
Yeah.
Because then after that, Larry Holmes wore him down to a stoppage.
Okay, and I also
Their
want
first
to
fight.
know the guy who did knock out Shavers. What's his nickname?
Well, I can't think of the other guy who knocked out Shavers.
You want me to give you his nickname?
Sure.
The Butcher. Uh-oh, Dougie.
Was this a heavyweight who became a referee?
He, maybe, but I don't know. But I'll tell you where he's from. Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, the guy with the mutton chops. Did he fight Joe Frazier?
Yeah.
What was that fool's name? Yeah, the Butcher. He was kind of a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knocked out Shavers.
Yeah. I forget his
You
name.
want his first name? You'll get it if I give you his first
Yeah.
name. Ron.
Ron Stander?
You got it.
Yeah, Ron Stander. Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one.
He was at a recent Terrence Crawford fight in Omaha. I don't know if he had like overalls, but he started like shadow boxing. He looked like Fred Sanford from Sanford and Son.
We got to come over
Red
here.
Fox, yeah.
I can't see. I'm going to get criticized for my camera work from
Mike Styles? Well, Mike needs to come
from
out
Larry.
here. Oh, yeah. Well, those are tough critics.
Wait. It's hard to see here. Okay.
Ron Stander. Yeah, so Ron Stander knocked out Ernie Shavers in 1970. Huh?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So here's, I'll give you this one. Hey, that's pretty good. You got both of Lance Whitaker's names.
Well, yeah, he came around during my tenure as a boxing writer.
Okay. Tell me this guy's name. I'll give you his nickname, okay?
Sure.
Bigfoot.
Everett Martin,
You got it.
The journeyman. Now he fought everybody.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, that was good.
Twisted my ankle a little bit.
Wow.
See this thing.
Oh, yeah. You okay? You want me to call 911?
No. Yeah, I'm old school. I walk it off. Jump it off. Miss Josephine got bored.
So I had a lot of other questions from last week, and I forgot to bring them.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Come on, Dave.
I know.
Everybody in Dave's family calls him Davey, though. Coach's wife and daughter. And by the way, it was great seeing Lily last night.
Yeah. She's doing good.
Yeah.
So
you did a good job. I can tell you did a good job raising Lily. But they call you Davey.
Yeah. So you used to see her work out in the gym.
Oh,
jumping rope. She's really good.
Probably more vigorous than what I'm doing right here.
So,
did anybody want to talk about what's coming up? Alexander Usyk making his heavyweight debut.
Let's see.
And then I'm really looking forward to that light heavyweight showdown.
Okay. Can you believe it happened to Joe Ward's? And I couldn't read.
Oh yeah, he twisted an ankle in his fight. Yeah, he was an Irish amateur standout, light heavyweight prospect, and he twisted his ankle or something like that in his fight, his pro debut.
And what happened?
Well, he loses. He lost like by TKO, although it should be a no contest, right?
Oh, I think they might have changed it.
They need to change it.
I think they changed that to a no contest.
It didn't come off of a foul, didn't come off a punch, obviously. Strange. That's a bummer. That stuff happens.
Charles Martin versus Oliver McCall is rumored. The other guy.
You know what? Commissions should not.
Yeah.
You shouldn't license Oliver McCall. Come on, everybody. Jesus. Oliver McCall turned pro in the 80s. People, come on. So, hey, what do you think of Nigel Benn coming back at age 55?
I like it. No, I really like it a lot. Hey, you know he's a tough.
Oh, no, he's a badass, but he hasn't fought in like 22 years.
It doesn't matter. I mean, what if James Toney came back? You know, he'd be.
You know what? James Toney can move. I've watched James work with young guys in the gym at McGurk's gym. Hey, and he's like a patient trainer. I mean, you have to listen to him, but he's not barking at everybody all the time. He's showing them what to do.
Another one, Yori Boy Campos is going to fight Ramon something. No, I think
that can't be right. Yuri Boy.
Remember the title at the sports arena?
Yeah, I wasn't there.
600. I was there.
You were among the few, the proud.
600 people.
Right. That was a Don Shargan. Rest in peace, Don Shargan promotion. Yeah.
Well, it got put on TV.
It was on Spanish TV. And they put him in with that monster from Durango, Mexico.
Yeah, right.
Jose Luis Lopez.
Yeah.
That guy was a beast.
And he won a lot of fights.
Yeah. No, he was a monster. That was a guy. That was the one welterweight you didn't see Oscar or Tito or Ike Corte fight.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Corte did fight him, and he got dropped twice. Shout out to the Bazooka. Hey, there's a nickname, Bazooka. How many fighters have had that nickname?
Hey, thoughts on Makuba signing with Don King?
I don't understand why anybody signs with Don King in 2019.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And this someone asked.
Maybe he gave him some money. I don't know.
When's the next Thursday night fight night?
It's coming up. I think it'll be the last week of October.
And when's can you give me one more imitation of Blair?
Oh, yeah.
That was.
Here's how Blair does it. Woo!
Hey, that gives me the shivers.
Hey, it's great to watch him do it. He steals up the stage and he goes, woo!
Hey, that is good, Dougie. That is good.
Here's the great thing about Blair. One of his trainers is from Springfield, Missouri. End of story. End of story right there. From the 417, the Ozarks.
Yeah, 417.
Southern Missouri. Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah.
You don't have
He's got Bones Adams out of Kentucky. And the great Kenny Adams, who I hope gets inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. He is on the ballot.
How about Jackie McCoy's on the ballot?
Yeah.
He's not going to get in.
You don't think? That's crazy.
He should
be in already.
without a vote.
He doesn't even need a vote.
No,
it's silly not to have him in there.
No, I mean if you need I would say every one of those guys, including Bernard Hopkins, Jackie McCoy deserves it more than any other guy.
I agree.
I mean, it's not even a close call.
Yeah, that is strange that he would take this long for him to be on the ballot.
Yeah, and then no one even knows who he is anymore.
Well, that's true. that's the problem.
Yeah. He was incredible. I mean, he dominated for so long. It was crazy. So, when do you think Blair's going to fight again?
They might try to get him on that undercard, the Canelo Kovalev undercard.
That'd be good.
They might, Otherwise, he comes back late November. Maybe he's on the undercard of the Andrew Cancio, Rene Alvarado rematch show. That'll be like November 23 or sometime in December, I guess. Yeah.
Are you going to the Canelo fight?
But what a year he's had already. 3 fights.
I know. Against 3 undefeated guys.
Against 3 solid cats.
Yeah.
2 undefeated prospects. I think the guy from Texas had a loss or 2. Yeah. But he had a good amateur background. He was solid. He could fight. So if he gets a 4th fight in this year, that's terrific. That's the way it should be.
It should be.
I mean, he's fighting. He's challenging himself, and he's being active.
Yeah.
And he's getting pretty good exposure. Two Thursday night fights, and one was on DAZN.
Hey, but the last fight was so good.
Oh man, that was crazy. That should have been the main event. Am I right? Wow. Goodness.
Oh, here. How about this guy? Mike versus Blair.
Mike who?
Mikey
Garcia?
Yeah.
That's interesting because Garcia he's an elite fighter, a veteran, 4-division title holder, so much experience, but he's not a welterweight.
Yeah, exactly.
And Blair is a welterweight.
No, so that's his only chance.
And he's athletic and he's fast.
Yeah.
He's fast and he's mobile, and that's the style that troubles Garcia. That would be pretty cool.
And
what would be better for Blair is if he spars with Mikey and gets that education. Think about that. Yeah. I've heard things about Blair sparring, especially in Philadelphia some years ago with another Garcia, Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
That were pretty interesting.
Yeah. Did you?
I wasn't there. I don't know if it's true, but
did you watch the fights in Philadelphia Friday?
I watched some of them. Yeah, and I liked the commentary from Michael Woods and Adam Abramowitz. I liked it. I enjoyed listening to them.
The whole thing just didn't turn me on that much.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was so excited.
You're spoiled by Thompson Boxing.
No, it's true.
Beto,
it's true.
And Tom Streams.
I got tired of it. It just put me to sleep almost, and the fights weren't that great.
Yeah.
It was all.
But anyway, hey, congratulations to Russell Peltz. 50 years in boxing.
He looks young, doesn't he?
He does. He looks great.
Yeah.
And he always talks about, hey, I'm going to retire. I've had it with boxing.
He loves
You're not
it.
going to retire.
Nobody looks at, he just looks like a happy, nice guy.
He does. No, he is.
Yeah.
No, I really enjoy, I don't see him often, but when I do see him, I do enjoy talking to Russell.
So I went to a fight at the Blue Horizon.
I know. I never had that experience.
Yeah, it was good. It was, the place was a dump.
Everyone tells me that.
But it was fun. It was
Yeah.
so great in a horrible part of town.
Well, I mean, the Olympic Auditorium.
No,
I mean, it's not state of the art.
Oh, no.
I mean, come on, going to the bathroom, the bathrooms at the Olympic at a big show. I mean, there's like 3 inches of urine. I mean, it's disgusting. I mean, And it wasn't in like the nicest part of downtown LA, was it? But
no,
that doesn't matter. It's
No.
a classic venue.
no, but Olympic was way better than the Blue Horizon.
Yeah. Or what about the old Yankee Stadium? That wasn't always a nice area in the Bronx, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So, Dougie, you gonna be good this week?
I think I was good last week. I didn't get into any Twitter wars.
Yeah.
Didn't get into trading insults on comment sections, although there are people trying to goad me, wanting to get into it. I think I kept a positive attitude all week.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna carry it into this week too. It's a new week.
That's good.
Starting today. And,
So, what was your highlight of the week?
highlight of the week? Well, there was no school on Monday because it was a Jewish holiday. They don't call it that, the schools, but they don't have school.
Yeah.
And Nina had to work. Nina stayed home, and we were both working because I wasn't done with the magazine. Right, still putting the magazine to bed. We did put it to bed, but like not until Wednesday morning, right? But I decided to take a break, and Nina and the girls and one of the neighbors' kids joined us to go to the Cheesecake Factory in the marina. And Nina and I used to go there on dates like 25 years ago, and it was like a fun spot, you know, and it still is, So we went there. Didn't take long at all to drive there, and it was nice. We had a nice time. But I mean, it was important because I just, I could have just lost my mind writing captions and proofreading and all that, and we were under a deadline, and I just said to heck with it, And we didn't have a cover yet. We commissioned an artist to paint a cover special for this issue, and he hadn't turned his painting in, so Brian's freaking out, and Tom Gray's freaking out, and I don't know what's up with the creative director, Lamar. Presumably he was freaking out, but I decided I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to stress out. It's all going to work out. I can leave my phone alone. I could close my laptop and have some family time, and it was nice.
So, say hi to Mr. Loeffler. He just checked in.
What's up, Tom?
He looked good last night.
Yeah, Tom.
Didn't he?
Did you go to Jimmy's Corner? And is Jimmy Corner still on Jimmy's Corner? Is it still in the same place in Times Square? I have to know. Because if it moved, it's going to break my heart. If it moved, it's going to break my heart.
So Mr. Loeffler doesn't give us any inside info on Triple G. None.
No. He's good like that.
He's
I
great.
think that's good.
I mean,
because everybody else in boxing is loose-lipped. Everybody else is gossiping and blabbing.
we keep speculating who was going to be Triple G's next trainer. Not a word. He knew for sure.
That's good. I mean,
You gotta.
You know what? Tom's probably a really good poker player. As I imagine, like Vitaly Klitschko probably is a good card player.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You don't know what hand he's got.
Hey, so
whereas somebody like Tim Bradley, you know exactly what hand he's got. He's gonna let you know.
So what
is Tim Bradley on the ballot? I'm not saying he's a first ballot Hall of Famer,
but I
think that's great that he's on the ballot.
I don't know. He let me down.
He's a great overachiever, though.
Totally.
No, I know he unraveled psychologically with Manny Pacquiao.
I know. I can never get over that.
I know.
Because you can't change that. He's not changed. But and what happened is when he first started announcing on the ESPN, I thought he was improving, and then all of a sudden he fell off the wall there. He just he just gets so he's like.
Honestly, I think that's a chemistry thing. I think Bradley's competitive. He's a boxer. Fighters never retire, but they stay.
How
fighters.
About Sergio Moro?
He's a different personality, though. Like Bradley was an emotional fighter, and Sergio Moro was a cerebral fighter, and was a controlled emotions fighter. His whole thing is I control my emotions. You're never going to know what's going on inside me. I'm never going to give anything away.
Is that a plus or a minus?
It's a plus, totally.
Yeah,
it's a total plus. But when you put those two together, there's mutual respect between them. But Bradley can't help but be competitive, and so Ward gives these really concise bites of insight and analysis and observation. And I think Bradley and I'm not even sure if it's a conscious thing. He wants to one-up Ward because he's also the fighter, the former fighter, and he wants to give his side. Like, well, you know what I think too. Exactly. When you get a cut, yeah, man, game over, man. Nut up, man. You got to bring the dog out. He gets all worked up, and it pulls away from his analysis. He gives a little overboard, but I think it's a reaction. It's like a chemistry thing. It's
so
like,
what quote of his goes on his tombstone? What do you think?
I don't know.
I know.
What is it?
I really won that first Pacquiao fight.
Oh gosh, yeah.
He can't get over that. I mean, he's going down with that.
No, I know.
For sure. It's too bad.
The thing is, had he just said, okay, he didn't have to say, hey, I lost. He could have just said, I can totally understand anyone thinking Pacquiao won that fight.
Yeah.
It was I tried my best.
Yeah.
We'll have to do it again.
Exactly.
Make the best man win. Left it at that. He actually would have probably legitimately won the rematch if he went in with a clear head. But he went into that fight with a chip on his shoulder, and he went into the Provodnikov fight with a chip on his shoulder. But I'll tell you, and I was ringside for the Provodnikov fight, and I was ringside for the fight right after that against Juan Manuel Marquez, who's also on the Hall of Fame ballot. Yeah. He's first ballot. He's getting in there. But I thought Bradley boxed his booty off against Juan Manuel Marquez. I thought that was one of the most disciplined boxing performances I've ever seen from him. I think it's his best boxing performance.
I saw him coming up.
But what the Marquez fight tells you or shows you is that when Bradley has his emotions in check and he's psychologically dialed in.
When is that?
It's rare, but when it is, and he can box a controlled fight, he can really do it, and he can outbox a great master technician, a Hall of Famer. But when his emotions get crazy, we get the Provodnikov fight where he goes life and death.
That was a great fight.
It's a great fight. I was proud to be ringside. I remember it was cold, and the fight warmed you up. Forgot about being cold because it was outdoors. It was in Carson.
Someone asked, who do you like better, Akhmedov or Bully Beck?
Ooh. I like Beck Bully. What was the first guy?
Ali, the guy who fought last night.
Oh, I think Beck Bully is the better prospect. Beck Bully had a better amateur background. But Akhmedov, I like him. He's a good athlete. He's improving. He's going to get better. I think he's going to stay at 168. Last night's fight might have been at light heavyweight, but he's going to be 168. Whereas Beck Bully, who could make 168, probably should fight at 168. I think he's going to stay at 175, and he's going to break a lot of rib cages. That's what you're going to see with Beck Bully.
Anyway, Dougie, I think we should get going.
Yeah. Less is more.
And,
Thank you for everybody for joining us.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Have a great week.
Yeah.
Be happy.
Be up. Be positive.
Hey, love everyone. Everyone's good.
Yeah.
Don't have any negative negative outlets about anything out views. You got to just be positive, be happy,
be healthy,
love everyone, be nice to everybody,
get rest,
and drive carefully.
Don't overdo it.
Very carefully.
Yeah, and drive like you just won the lottery.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week.
That was a good send-off, Coach.